Greetings and salutations, viewers. We're the Landstars, and welcome back to more stories, The Path of Destinies.
They needed a game changer.
We do need a game changer.
We do.
Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion, and he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
Probably, but we're probably not going to do that one yet.
But I do feel like we need to rescue Lapino.
Oh, we do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Renato finally realized that Lapino was a traitor to the cause, and maybe Renato could use that somehow.
Nah.
Yeah, nah.
Lapino.
So are you only wearing one sock
Apparently,
now?
the man.
Yes, because my foot was itchy. My foot was really itchy.
Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. Lapino's frantic message.
A lot of this, some of this route may look familiar to you as we're going through it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, a lot of them kind of are after a
If the
fashion.
fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse. Or so Lapino had told him over the far speaker anyway. Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
Maybe they went to Wendy's.
Maybe.
That was odd. Renato had been here.
And the reason, this is the game's way of telling you essentially the difficulty scales up with your level a bit.
There were so
Just-
many more Ravens.
Just to make it more challenging as you go through.
That would explain why I'm getting more and more experience
Renato
as
looked
I
around
fight.
the empty village and reflected. The Sky Ripper had turned out to be far too dangerous to be used. Time to turn to what he knew best.
Rescuing rabbits. Wait, what?
I guess. Yeah, I kind of figured just because it looks like these guys have more armor than they did originally.
Yeah. I feel like Omen Sight did a better job of justifying why the difficulty scaled up with you, because each time you went through the timeline again, the, I can't remember the name of the Eldritch Abomination, but it was getting stronger.
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard.
The Game Boy Advance Guard.
Oh
If they got to
my.
Lapino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lapino. Well, unless he really was a traitor, obviously. Then they'd probably pin a medal on his chest.
That sounds painful.
Yep.
Why don't you just go and use a magnet instead? That's what I have for my pin at work.
They don't know how magnets work.
How do you know? They're ravens. Usually they're one of the smarter birds.
You're True Raven. In the comments, please explain to us how magnets work.
Maybe it was just me, but I think they exploded.
Lapino would
Slightly.
betray him. But now Renato knew that. What would Lapino do if he knew that Lapino was going to betray him? Well, he'd concoct some crazy scheme, wouldn't he? That used Lapino's betrayal against him and it would blow up in space.
It's almost like the game's
Maybe.
trying to be like, go for the true ending, stupid.
That would be a first.
Listen, game. If we haven't gone for the true ending yet, that means we're clearly not going for it anytime soon.
Exactly. We have a lot
Dirty
more stuff
and
to
bloody,
collect.
Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Renato recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, we see this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan.
No, you don't.
to
We're
keep
going for the
Zenobia.
core.
Exactly.
Capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who happened to also be a deadly sorcerer, and, oh, his only daughter?
She's also a
That
cat.
would be worth it. And it would be
Meow.
nice to see her.
Ow.
He'd always had a soft spot for her. And he felt sure she had one for him. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
I mean, it is a magical D20 after all.
To make the Sky Ripper, the transcendent emperor.
I bet you
had wrapped
roll
an
that
armature
and you
around the
get
eye of a
natural
god.
20s all the time.
Bernardo had already let that armature slip away to save Lapino's
Or
life.
natural ones, depending on your
Even
luck.
its core, the eye torn from a god. Surely they could fashion a great weapon from that. The core of the Sky Ripper? Lapino's excited. That's an actual thing that we can just go and get. You've been busy. He sure
Totally.
had. Renato told him all the things he'd been up to. Soon they got to talking about old times, about wages they'd won and lost, and scrapes they'd barely got out of.
Various
It
foods
was
they've
good to be
tried.
back with his friend. True, the core was capable of.
We
terrible,
definitely
uncontrollable
need you to
destruction.
experience Thai food.
This time, he was sure it would work great.
Thai
It's
food
good to
came up
hear.
while we were doing Star Ocean, actually.
It
Yeah.
was nice to be back with his old war buddy.
Right before things happened at the port
Pino
of
was a
Clint.
traitor,
Uh-huh.
but still, he was good company.
Everything's fine at the port of Click, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They got a lovely scenic view of the ocean.
Very! It's actually nice to have like a game we're playing together that we're not currently LPing.
Yeah. That means we can take our time with it.
Plus, we don't have to worry about sounding smart while we're playing it.
No.
Not that we worry about sounding smart anyway.
I was gonna say, look how many
The
times I've
waterfall
annoyed him
was
by saying certain things have flavors.
Well, you had to enjoy these things as they came. We passed this way but once. There was something sour in the air. Like the Earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
It's so radioactive it gave the Earth cancer.
So something farted really, really badly.
You almost never saw wild
but
gogglers together like this.
What?
Toads had to train them not to peck each other to death. So these had to
It
be
was silent but
imperial
deadly.
gobblers. That meant ravens were up ahead.
Ow? I think you hurt my brain.
Renato felt wrong all over. He could feel an almost palpable sickness in the air. And if the land could have tumors, they would look like these monstrous crystals. The forest was quieter than it had been. There were insects, but few birds, if you didn't count the ravens. Renato smelled sick animals and dying ones, but no healthy ones. And getting a bad feeling about this, Renato thought. Maybe Lapina was right. Maybe they should have kidnapped Zenobia instead of coming here.
Yay, apples!
Delicious
Renato
apple.
could feel the burn.
Disco Inferno? Which, why would you want to set a disco on fire?
Depends on your taste in music, really.
True.
Whenever we bring up Kiss's best known disco song, my brother gets angry. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving you. Courage hates that song so much.
Hello, magical D20.
As he held the radiant icosahedron, Renato felt queasy. Like dozens of tiny worms were nibbling his insides. It wasn't healthy to be so close to the eye of a god.
Oh, it's tough to be a god.
He
To
could
go
take it to the
where
observatory.
mortals
The
dare
scientists
not
there could tell
try.
him how to harness its ancient power. But honestly, Renato ached to get away from it. He brought the core back with him to the Farfarer.
Too heavy. Too many
Renato
avocados
ached
after
to be rid of
midnight.
it. Tell you what, said Lapino. I'll take it to the observatory. You attack the Imperial outpost. The Imperial outpost was a vital communications node. Taking it could shatter the Empire's ability to coordinate. And it would be full of secret plans and maps and maybe even rebel prisoners. It was a good target for a hero like Renato. But what if Lapino lost the core to the Empire? That could be a good thing, couldn't it?
Nah.
Renato ready to take that risk?
We'd better take it to the scientists
Maybe it's
ourselves.
better.
Yeah, I'm
Brought
sure
the
those
core to
frogs
the
will be a
scientists
lot more
themselves.
helpful.
Lapino was a touchy rabbit. Renato knew that. You're brave, I know, Renato said. But this is what I was hired to do. Oh, well, at least let me run ahead and warn them you're coming. Renato wondered if Lapino was up to no good. What if the rabbit warned the Empire instead? Oh, but Lapino wouldn't betray him like that. Not again. Before it'd been a fluke. They finished
Absolutely.
the trip to the Nexus in silence.
Renardo has...
He would offer Lapino a chance
Well,
to betray
Lupino
him,
has never
or
screwed
not.
us over that
His
badly.
old friend
I
desired
know,
another
ignore the fact
chance
that
to
last
prove
time he
true.
just stabbed us
All
in the
right.
back, literally.
Renato
After
said,
we professed our love for him.
Go.
I know.
Yep. Renardo X Lupino OTP.
I mean, it still can't top Haunted and Ophelia. Come on.
As Renato watched Lapino vanish on the horizon, he could feel nausea building in him. He felt ill. Could his knees really be aching this much? But how could he have handed the core off to Lapino? That was a recipe for disaster.
Like fruitcake.
Exactly.
made music when you opened it. Too bad it was music.
I feel that one went over my head.
Like elevator music type stuff, easy listening type
okay.
stuff.
Who built all these stairs?
I built all these stairs, but nobody calls me McGregor the stair builder.
I mean...
Renato felt worse. All his joints were aching now. He'd been through beatings that felt better than this. So the core had a kind of poison that could harm you without even touching you. That's new. Well, it had power. The rebellion needed something with power. And how was this any worse than a sword wound? Well, a death by sword was sudden and fair. This was just squalid. A piecemeal death, like old age.
like butter spread over too much bread.
Yep. That's such a great, like, picture that it paints.
Renato had given up in the Skyripper's armature to save his friend Lupino. But without its armature, Skyripper's core was a deadly poison.
But was it a delectable tea?
Energy spheres. Easy to dodge, but boy do they sting if you didn't pay attention.
Man, this wall is awful.
Whee! Oh, getting closer again. Yay, apples!
Apples from heaven.
I thought it was pennies from heaven.
I feel like they would hurt if you tried to eat those.
I would say, yeah, not to mention you'd probably get poisoned.
Your body does require a small amount of copper to function.
Yeah, but I can't imagine it would be enough from a penny. Oh, damn. You know, I feel this could have gone better.
Yeah, just
The
slightly.
observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists everywhere. Renato found the mad rabbit cowering under a desk. The ravens, they must have known we were coming.
Uh-huh.
Said Lupino.
You want to
How
roll
did
for
you-
deception?
Well, see, I was doing a card trick with my lucky deck, and I kind of bobbled the cards, so I went under the desk to gather them up, and boom! I guess we'll have to take the car straight to the secret base. Renato wasn't sure he believed that, but Lupino was talking so fast. It always seemed to make sense. The secret rebel base. Yes.
I feel like that's where we need to go.
Yeah, probably.
Calaveras, the sage in the mountains. Maybe he would know what to do with the naked core. Ah, yes. The secret base. Not even Lapino knew where it was. They had engineers there. Those toads would surely know what to do with the core's power. And then he'd be free of it. But he couldn't take Lapino. The core would work its evil on him too. You stay here. Give me the coordinates. I'll meet you there. Lapino seemed awfully anxious to have the coordinates of the secret rebel base. Someone needs to bury these scientists. Why do I get all the fun jobs? And with that,
Because you're a
Renata returned
rabbit.
to the Farfarer and took off.
And rabbits like digging holes. Right?
The ruins were quiet, but Renato could hear a buzzing in his ears. Was it bugs? Or was it the core slowly feeding him poison? The
Now see,
council
somebody
would
was
know what to
talking
do.
about him behind his back.
If the core had this much power, it could surely change the terms of the great battle that was coming. And maybe they would take this burden from him. Maybe.
Nah.
Meh.
We need all the apples we can eat.
We just lost the apples.
Damn it.
It was eaten by the abyss.
Well, we clearly need to punch the abyss.
How do you punch the abyss?
With your fist.
I have a feeling you would just kind of slip through.
There was a webcomic, Goblins Light Through Their Eyes, where, this one character got, like, a sword that could, like, mimic the properties of other things. And he accidentally put it into, like, an abyss portal or something like that. So it ended up becoming, like, a negative time sword of, like,
for talking.
ultimate power.
Librarians thought of their books as sacred, and themselves as priests in a temple of knowledge. Who knew they were willing to die to protect it?
You'd be amazed what you can live through. Damn it, not one apple.
You guys ever wonder why the Imperial Ravens are always hiring?
Because they have a great union?
But because we keep killing them and they need more workers.
Renato had left Lapino behind because the core was poisoned. The core was poisoned because he didn't have the armature. He didn't have the armature because he'd rescued Lapino. Ooh, Renato's head hurt.
That is fair. Let's see here. That's more stamina. Sure, let's increase our distance. No, wait, we wanted to do the other one, didn't we? Hey, slow down, would you? I am trying to figure out where to go from here, actually.
What's the yellow one there?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to that one, but... There we go. Let's see. Attack enemies at a distance auto-activates when reaching certain combo threshold. Sure. And then that unlocked Ultimate Sorfu. Kill enemy with a single strike. Auto-activates when reaching a certain combo threshold.
Yeah, that one's gonna be useful.
Hell yeah.
How had it come to this? Renato had signed on as an adventurer. Sure, the Emperor had gone mad. Sure, Renato had heard horrors from the ghosts of dead kittens and puppies sacrificed in his blasphemous rituals. But when he jumped in, he'd only been a little bored and slightly bored. And here he was, carrying a bucket of death across a broken landscape. Why not drop it and run? Because he hated to quit in the middle. That was his fatal flaw. He had to know how it all turned out.
I mean, chances are, if it's like any other one of these, that you're gonna end up dying. Or at the very least, you're gonna have a bad time.
Just like Sans Undertale.
Yep.
Did that raven just clip through the floor?
Maybe. Apparently, ravens can defy the laws of physics.
Huh.
Yeah, go figure. And here, I thought they were just super duper smart. Turns out they're also wizards, I guess?
But we never trust wizards.
Long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
Huzzah! Made it.
Well, let's see why everything is fine forever.
Exactly.
And we'll be the greatest heroes of all time.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get all the gold, or ducats in this case.
Yep.
He dropped the core at the entrance to the council chambers.
Get that thing out of here.
Croaked the speaker.
It's making us sick.
That's the core of the Sky Ripper, said Renato.
No, it's not useless at all.
Said an engineer toad.
It's poisonous. Look at the fox. He's ill. Probably dying.
Yeah, not useless at all, said Renato. So what do I do? Rub it on His Majesty? The engineer chuckled.
This is a bad sign for us.
Oh, I got it. Listen, I can make a bomb and spread bits of the core all over a circle about 100 paces wide. Yeah, little chunks of poison and death. All you have to do is just get it near the Emperor. It'll kill him and his bodyguard and chop off the head of the fleet. Yeah, and if we're lucky, might poison some of the ravens out there as well.
What about me?
Right,
What about you?
Well, I'll build in a timer. You can set it and run.
No, that's a horrible idea, said Renato.
Well, we had to do something, yes?
Said the speaker.
This is something.
I mean, he's not
Couldn't
wrong.
argue with that. And so, reluctantly, Renato loaded the rigged core onto the Farfarer and set sail towards the Emperor's ship. The rebels took the fight to the Imperial fleet, but Renato was too sick to enjoy the view. He must have passed out as a firm hand grabbed him and shoved him forward. This
There you go.
was it.
Have fun.
Yep.
The fleet seemed very big. And
This
its
is
ravens
something,
really
it
tough.
says.
Well,
Or maybe he was just slower and weaker than before. He hated the idea of poisoning the enemy. It wasn't fair. Face to face with a raven, let the best swordsmen survive. But they wouldn't even know what was killing them. Feather by feather, scale by scale. He didn't mind dying a hero. That sometimes went with being a hero. But he didn't feel at all like a hero. Not today.
Today, he felt like...
a war criminal?
Probably. Yay, apples.
Because Lord knows we need them.
Yeah, just a bit. Hey, get back here. I'm dying here, you bastards.
He was exhausted. He was making stupid mistakes. His fur was coming off in bunches. Ahead, he could see the Emperor's ship, long and sleek, a floating palace. The bomb would only poison a circle 100 paces wide. He would get as close as he could, set it, and run. Oh, this was a lousy way to win rebellion, he thought. He didn't want to meddle with this. He just wanted to be prepared.
Hey, what do Ravens say when they die? Never mind. I'll wait.
Nevermore?
Do you know what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning?
The same thing that happens to everyone else.
Server X-Men movie night when?
Ouch. Fire, bad.
Especially when we're like already losing all our fur.
Yeah. Man, who knew there was a Sphinx variety in foxes?
Probably. Like, I wouldn't think there's necessarily like a specific breed of fox that's like that, but you know, there could be a fox with a disease that does it. Because I've seen a raccoon that was the same way.
Yeah.
Weirdest looking thing, too.
Thank you, I needed that.
That
doesn't matter anyway.
Renato twisted the timer on the bomb as far as it would go and staggered off. His knees hurt. Oh, everything hurt. He staggered away as far as he could until he had to lie down. He could see the entire Imperial fleet from here and the rebel ships engaged with it. There was a blinding flash. And a second later, a monstrous thump. Burning rocks arced across the sky over both fleets. A wreath of fire shot outwards, rolling across the fleets. A pillar of smoke boiled up from where the Emperor's ship had been. It reached into the clouds. That's a wee bit more than 100 paces.
We accidentally invented the nuke.
It took Renato most of that evening to die. Some of the toughest ravens lasted all week. Some of the rebels and the furthest ships survived as much as a month. That winter, with neither Empire nor rebels to rule them, the islands slid into banditry. And so began the Second Age of Darkness.
Oops.
We're heroes.
Again? But he already had all the secrets he needed. He was sure of that. He must have not used them the right way.
Not much of a hero.
What was the best, worst mistake he could make? Probably trusting that traitor Lapino.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we have other ones we could deal with Lapino. We can get to those in another episode. But until then, we're the Landstar saying thank you very much for watching.
Ride the bomb.
Yeehaw.